December 7th until January 2nd, Venus moves into Aquarius, where it joins forces with Pluto to transform our relationships, revolutionize the way we make money, go to war with the leaders, bosses and dictators who are trying to grab all of the attention, power and resources for themselves like greedy motherfuckers, but also allows us to let go of our past in relationships and any conflict that resides there, while attracting your unique and authentic tribe so you can build your dreams together and move towards your lifetime destiny. If you're looking to better understand astrology so you can discover your true self, then subscribe to this channel. The link is in the comments for my free Astro mini course, to download that, and hit the like button so this video goes into the algorithm. I appreciate you. So let's get into it. Venus is about your desires and your values. And as Venus moves into Aquarius, it actually allows you to detach from your desires because it's in the middle of a cycle that it's currently going through. The beginning of the cycle was where Venus was in Capricorn, where it just was. That's about disciplining your desires. Venus in Aquarius is about detaching from your desires, and Venus in Pisces is about letting go of your desires, which is where we reach the state that the Buddhists call nirvana, where we can just let go of these desires that are running us and ruling our behavior, where we're no longer motivated by these dopamine responses and can be controlled by society and what society dictates that we should desire and what we should want. So as we begin to start detaching from old desires, we begin to tap into our more authentic self and authentic values. So what does Venus actually desire when it's in Aquarius? Well, Aquarius is about humanity, people, what is good for the collective instead of what is just good for the self. And this is why, with Venus being in Aquarius, opposite Mars retrograde in Leo, it's time for the people who are just out for themselves to take a back step right now. Because Venus in Aquarius is really empowering the collective, empowering the teamwork. And with Mars being retrograde, it's actually weakening that energy of the people who are just focused on themselves and grabbing attention and being the powerful leaders and dictators. So you're going to start seeing, whether it's on social media, the news, people who are these powerful leaders in powerful leadership positions who are really money, power hungry and attention hungry. You're going to really see them getting dragged in the media and getting a lot of backlash, because it's more about what is good for the people right now instead of what is good for the self, and making a leader even more powerful for their own goals and aims. So that's a great thing in my opinion with an Aquarius North Node. So Venus is going to help us to transform our relationships because it's so connected with Pluto. Pluto really deals with deep transformation, and Pluto deals with a deep transformation because it digs deep. So it's asking you right now to dig deep into your authentic values, which means you actually have to allow yourself to detach from the collective, detach from humanity, detach from society, to actually find out what it is that you truly desire as an individual, as a unique being on this planet Earth. So even though we desire humanity and we desire what's good for the whole and the collective, what is actually good for the whole and the collective is that you connect with your unique and authentic desires, gifts and talents, so that you can then come back into the collective and society and express yourself authentically, because you have the confidence of connecting with your true self and what it is that you truly value, and then you can add that to the community. But if you're just coming into the community as one cog in the wheel of society that doesn't have your own opinion, values, or doesn't have the confidence to express your own opinions and values, then you're not actually adding to the collective or adding any kind of unique, authentic value to humanity, which is obviously not valuable. So this is how we're really going to be able to start transforming our relationships, and we have to do that through detachment. Because if you're attached to a certain outcome in your relationships, whether it's romantic or business, imagine that you want to be with someone so much that you will diminish your true and authentic self and lose what actually makes you valuable as an individual. And some of you have done that in the past and vowed to never make that mistake again. Well, here's an opportunity for you to put that into practice, for you to make sure that you're detached from any outcome in the relationship, to make sure that you're not changing yourself based upon what another person desires or based upon another person's actions, that you're only changing yourself based upon you tapping into your own unique values, desires and priorities. And with Venus is actually in a hidden connection with Uranus in Taurus, Uranus retrograde in Taurus actually. Now that hidden connection is the fact that Uranus lives in Venus's sign, and Venus lives in Uranus's sign. So there's like a hidden connection because they're in a symbiotic relationship. They're in each other's houses, basically. So Uranus retrograde is asking us to reflect on unique and innovative ways that we can build stability. And Venus in Aquarius is all about teamwork. So right now, when we focus on and prioritize collaboration, then we can actually begin to start finding unique and innovative ways to build stability, to build financial independence, to build something unique that has never been done before. But to do that, firstly, you have to take the first step, which is tapping into your own unique form of values, desires, priorities, and form of creativity. Once you're tapping into your own style, then you can begin to start adding to the team with something new, with something innovative, with something creative, with something inventive. So make sure that you're allowing yourself to let your creative mind flow. Follow your unique and authentic desires. And how do you know if they're unique and authentic? Well, practice selective periods of solitude where you're turning off technology that is polluting your mind with other ideas, and allow yourself to really truly connect to yourself as an individual. That's the detachment that Aquarius actually helps you with, to tap into your own creative energy and your own inventive energy. And the detachment is also great for a dopamine detox. So if you're feeling that you're ready for a dopamine detox because you've been scrolling social media too much right now and you've just been so heavily in technology, then realize that it might be a great time for you to go up on top of a mountain and have that dopamine detox so you can reset your system. And that is also going to allow you to tap into much more creative, innovative, and unique energy, because you won't be flooded by the technology's effects on your brain and hormones. So that's going to be really powerful for you. Now, Venus is also connecting with the South Node in Libra, which allows us to let go of the past in our relationships and any conflict that resides there. And especially because Venus in Aquarius is about detachment, and it's joining forces with Pluto, which is about death and transformation. So we're bringing death to the old way of doing relationships, because, again, some of you may have been doing relationships in a way that was based upon dependence, which is the downside of Libra energy. And we're using the downside of Libra energy because the South Node is there. So the South Node shows us what we need to let go of. So obviously we don't need to let go of the good energies of Libra. We need to let go of the bad energies of Libra that are bringing detriment to your life. So those bad energies are you being so dependent on one person or being dependent on one thing to balance you. But now with the Venus being in Aquarius, it allows a multitude of energy where you can be not even dependent, but supported by a team of people instead of being dependent on one person. And if there's any, like you said, if there's been any conflict in your past relationships or anything that is still fixed in your mind, Aquarius being an air energy, which is mind, also a fixed sign, which is, you know what I'm saying, fixed in your mind. So if there's anything that's been fixed in your mind from past relationships, then this is a great time for you to detach from it and let it go for good, so you can actually cleanse yourself and move forward towards your new and independent journey, as Venus is also connecting with Neptune retrograde in Pisces and the North Node in Aries, which is the North Node is focused on forward progress. And especially with Aries being there, Aries is definitely focused on forward progress, and it's focused on independence. Now, we've been talking a lot about teamwork with Venus in Aquarius. So how can we be focused on independence when we're focused on teamwork at the same time? Well, we all have to be independent, unique individuals with the energy of Aquarius. It's just that we're choosing to come together as unique individuals, maintaining our independence, maintaining our unique identity, but just coming together for the purpose of collective progress. So it's like an army that comes together to fight against a common enemy. So this is actually going to be one of the greatest ways and easiest ways for you to actually build your unique tribe, is to find out what is the common enemy. Sometimes it will be a person, sometimes it will be a cause, sometimes it will be something that you're trying to overcome within inside of yourself, whether that is emotional healing, whether that is internal empowerment, or something that you're trying to create and build in the world. But figure out what the common enemy is and what the common goal is, and then you'll begin to start attracting and aligning with your unique and authentic tribe. But again, with this opposition with Mars retrograde in Leo, you have to remember that there's going to be a bit of a tug of war between this creative self-expression and the energy of focusing on what is good for the collective. Now, I imagine that people with strong Leo energy are going to struggle with this the most, because they want to creatively express themselves and be the center of attention. And there's nothing bad with that inherently. It's just not that time right now. You get what I'm trying to say? So if you want to be a star team player, then that's how the energy can be a bit more balanced. But if you're trying to overwhelm the team with your energy, with your attention, everybody should just be focused on you, then you're really just going to get cast out and be the Aquarius outcast right now during this time. So with Venus moving into Aquarius from December 7th to January 2nd, make sure that you're valuing teamwork, detaching from these dopamine responses and having dopamine detox, detaching from certain desires that are dragging you around by your nose, realizing that this is a great time to let go of past conflicts in relationships, and even let go of relationships that are no longer aligning with your authentic and unique self. It's going to be a great time to revolutionize the way that we make money, but to do that, you have to tap into your unique, inventive, creative self and align with people who can also spark off new ideas within you, a team, a tribe of people who are connected to either a common enemy, a common goal, or both, and really begin to start moving towards our purpose, our direction, which is a same spiritual mission, a same level of devotion that we all share, which means you have to be in alignment with your authentic tribe. And then it's going to be that tug of war in between people who are trying to be the dictators of the group and the people who are focused on humanity and what is good for the collective and what is good for the team. And what is good for the team will definitely win out during this time. So make sure that you do not fall on the side of trying to be the big bad boss who you know what I'm saying? You can be a star team player, but don't try and be a dictator. It's just not going to work. Subscribe to this channel, hit the like button for me, please. I appreciate you. And if you want to get my free astro mini course, the link is in the description and in the comments. Peace.